Hi everyone, this is Kate. In this video I'm going to show you how to draw some facial features, and I'm going to be using this Pigma Sensei 03 pen here. I would normally use a Micron 01, but I don't have one of those, and they're both made by the same company, so I'm just using the 03 for now. I am also going to be using it's Micron 05 in navy blue. And finally, to draw all of these preliminary lines out, I use this non-repo blue pencil here. So we're going to get started on the eye first. I already have one eye drawn, so I'm just going to draw the other eye. I'm going to start on the inner line around the eyeball. And, yep, just going to move slowly along here until I get to about 2/3 around the eye. That would be right here, and then I'm just going to stop with this line and start doing the eyelashes. Now the eyelashes, when I draw them, I make them come out from the white of the eye. When I see a lot of people do is they'll start like right here, so the eyelash is starting on the eyelid, but it does look a lot more natural if you keep the lashes starting as close to the eye as possible. And yep, we're just gonna go along here. I'm also curving the eyelashes, like you see them curving. Eyelashes aren't straight. They kind of curve up because their purpose is to like keep things away from the eye and stuff, so they're like curved up like a spoon, and it helps them keep dust out of your eyeballs and stuff. So we're just drawing these eyelashes as they occur in real life, as real as we can get. And now that I've kind of done the eyelashes, just gonna go back along the lash line down here and just thicken them up near the base. Okay, and now there are some lashes happening along here too, and I'm just going to note those. I'm not going to put a lot of them in. I'm going to keep most of the eyelashes along here, but we're just going to put some of them in just to like create a little bit of balance along the eye. Now that this part of the eye is all inked in, we're going to go on and just do the bottom of the eye. Okay. And she does have some eyelashes on her lower lash line too. They aren't as prominent as the ones on top, but they're still there, so we're gonna make sure to put them in. So that is like the basic outline and shape of the eye. Now we are going to do what a lot of artists tend to forget, and we're going to draw the eyelid. Just going to draw a little simple line like that. While I'm just blocking these things out, I want to make sure to like first we'll back up. First, what I'm doing is I did the eye, and now what I'm doing is I'm just placing the features around the eye before I really move into the shading. So we're just placing this eyebrow here. Now I'm going to start with the shading of the eye. How I do the shading around these eyes is I start at the corners and then I work my way in. So I'm going to start at the inner corner and just start doing the shading. And if you're paying attention to where the lighting is in your reference, in my reference, the light side of the face is this side. So that means that all the shading on this side of the face is, well, not necessarily going to be darker, but there's going to be more of it. There's going to be more patches of shadow on this side of the face. So I'm just kind of etching the shadows in right now. Because this person in the picture is really young, I'm just going to keep the lines underneath the eyes straight. If it was an older person, I would kind of curve them, because the older the person is, the more they have bags under their eye, and the more that line will just sort of curve. But this person is very young, so we're just going to keep the lines underneath for the shadows almost straight. That's the way we're going to do it. So this part isn't done yet, obviously, but I'm gonna start blocking in the shadows on the other side of the eye. And this is kind of how I like to work. Like, I'll work on some part of the drawing, and then even before that's finished, I will start working on a nearby part. We're going up to the brow, and well, as far as where the shadows and the placement of the shadows go, it depends on your reference, but in like the way that the light naturally falls on the face, this brow bone right here is going to receive a whole bunch of light and then the areas around it are going to be a little bit more cast in shadow. Now basically what I accomplished right here is I showed you where the shadows are, and next I'm going to show you where the shadows are deeper in some areas and lighter in other areas. So I'm just adding some value here. And the eyelid right here is going to get some shadows too. And then there's usually like a little bit of a highlight on the inner part of the eye, and then the rest of this odd little highlight is cast in shadow. So that's what I'm doing. Just creating that little highlight that stands out and keeping the rest of the eye shadowy. So I'm creating some darkness along the other corner of the eye right now. And now I'm just going back in and creating these other shadows here on the edge of the eye. And let's see what else we can do before we put this pen away. I think I'll create a little bit more drama here, or value. I think that's it for the black pen. We're going to move on with this blue pen that we have. So I'm just going along the lashes with the blue pen. Now, yeah, so when using like two different colors of ink, you can really use it to your advantage. You can do what I'm doing with this technique. I drew the entire thing with the black ink, and now I'm just using this colored pen to highlight the areas I want to stand out. I think that's a good way to do it if you're using two colors of ink like I am. Using blue on this side, it's a more subtle shade, so I'm going to use a little bit more blue on this side than I used red on this side. And it really depends on the color that you're using and how much you want the look of the color to be, like how prominent you want it to be. If you're going for a really subtle look, then you might want to use a little bit less of that color, but if you're going for a more dramatic look, you'd of course want to use more. And I don't know, I'm going somewhere in between with this one. So that is about it for this eye. I just used like these three art materials for the entire area right here. Really simple. It doesn't take a lot. You just have to know where the shading goes and everything, but I hope that this video helped you a little bit, and I'm going to stop it right here. I'm going to draw the nose and the mouth and some other videos soon to come, so click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Yeah, until next time, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!